everyone, and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Amy, and today I'm going to be brutally honest about my journey to making money online, specifically how I managed to finally figure out the elusive world of remote high-ticket sales. Honestly, it has been such a crazy ride with some pretty epic fails, some moments of absolute desperation, and then thankfully some truly mind-blowing wins. My hope is that by sharing my unfiltered story, it might help even just one of you out there who's feeling stuck just to keep pushing forward. Because if my journey proves anything, it's that persistence pays off. So my obsession with making money online kicked off when I was about 16, 17 years old, while all of my friends were focused on college and boys and typical teenage life. My mind was always consumed with the idea of financial freedom and the ultimate dream of being able to work from anywhere on my own terms and essentially escaping the conventional 9-to-5 grind that seemed to haunt over everyone's future. I wasn't just casually interested, I was literally obsessed, and this led me down every single online money-making rabbit hole imaginable. I was hunched over my laptop, convinced that I would find the magic formula, basically. I literally tried everything that the internet gurus were preaching. Dropshipping, I spent hundreds of hours watching YouTube tutorials and even setting up some beautiful Shopify stores, if I do say so myself. They had elaborate product pages, but I was only met with crickets in terms of sales. Affiliate marketing? Yeah, it sounded so passive, so appealing, just promote other people's products and earn a commission, but getting consistent commissions felt like I was just pushing a massive rock uphill. The competition was crazy, the learning curve was steep. So again, no results there. Network marketing, that was a brief, uncomfortable venture. It felt less about actually selling a product and more just about recruiting my friends and family, which just didn't sit right with me. And I even dabbled in trading, thinking I could outsmart the market, but just quickly learned that without serious capital and years of experience and honestly nerves of steel, it was just a fast track to losing money, which I did, a lot of it. I literally poured so much time, energy, and what little savings I had into these things that, just constantly hoping that this would be the one, only met with repeated disappointment. And it just truly felt like I was missing some secret ingredient that everybody else had. But that deep-seated dream of making money online never faded, even when my bank account was screaming otherwise. Then the world was hit by COVID-19. As you all know, it was a bizarre, uncertain time, but for those of us in the online world, it also felt like a great opportunity. With everybody stuck at home, certain industries boomed. So in my perpetual quest for the next big thing, I thought, I'll dropship treadmills from China on eBay. To me, it seemed like a genius plan. The gyms were closed and we weren't allowed outside, but people still wanted to exercise. So I thought I would just connect buyers with sellers. A seemingly simple arbitrage model. What could possibly go wrong, right? I envisioned happy customers, minimal effort, and a steady stream of passive income. Oh, sweet, naive Amy from 2020. Everything went wrong. Almost every single treadmill I sold broke, and not just a little glitch or a minor malfunction. Like, these things were completely dead on arrival. Non-functional, just hunks of metal. The complaints obviously started flooding in, and then the refund requests, and then came the truly terrifying realization that these machines were so incredibly heavy and bulky that returning them to China was just, ridiculously expensive. I was legally obligated as the seller to accept the returns and the shipping costs to get these monster machines back to me, and it cost thousands of pounds. It was financially devastating for me. My parents' garage quickly transformed into a literal graveyard of broken treadmills. And, it was a physical, tangible reminder of my financial ruin at the time and just ultimately a terrible business decision. I lost thousands upon thousands of pounds. which was money I absolutely didn't have. And it was just like a punch straight in the gut and a moment where I seriously considered just throwing in the towel on the whole online money dream for good. The mental, the financial strain, it was so immense and I was just utterly defeated. And it was just when I was at rock bottom, feeling completely defeated, staring at a garage full of broken dreams, a random scroll through Facebook changed literally everything. I stumbled upon this group about high ticket sales and I'd never even heard the term before, but the idea definitely intrigued me. It was something new, something I hadn't failed at yet, and I saw a job ad within the group on a complete whim, fueled by a mixture of desperation and faint hope. I applied. I figured, what else could possibly go wrong at this point? My expectations were just at rock bottom, so there was literally nowhere to go but up. And to my absolute shock and disbelief, I got the job. The hiring process was truly wild. It all happened exclusively through Facebook DMs. I literally never even spoke to the guy who hired me. There was no phone call, no video chat, just a series of text messages confirming my role. And essentially, my job was to sell his social media marketing agency program over the phone. The pay structure was something that was very different from anything I've encountered before. It wasn't commission only like it usually is in remote sales. It was $25 per call, plus performance-based bonuses if I close deals. And it honestly just felt like a small step and a tiny glimmer of possibility, but it was definitely a step forward nonetheless. And then it happened. This was it for the first time in years of trying, failing, and pouring my heart into online ventures. I was actually making money online. And I vividly remember checking my online banking and seeing the numbers add up, realizing I'd made about £3,000 in 1 month, all from my laptop at home. And after years of struggle and frustration and significant financial losses, it felt surreal. It was like too good to be true. And this was the breakthrough, the secret sauce, the missing piece that I'd been searching for forever. And I was finally seeing real results, making a real tangible income. And it was incredibly validating and super motivating. And it was the moment I realized that consistently making money online wasn't just a fantasy anymore, and it was actually achievable. That first taste of success wasn't just a fluke. It ignited a fierce fire within me, and it proved that this high ticket sales thing was actually legitimate, and I became determined to master it. I devoured everything I could about the space, learning from every call, analyzing successful sales strategies, and immersing myself in the world of online business. I quickly started connecting with recruiters who were specializing in high ticket sales, actively looking for even better opportunities that aligned with my new profound ambition. And this proactive approach actually led me to interview for an online trading education program. During the interview, the offer owner casually mentioned that his top performing salespeople were consistently making £6,000 a month. And my jaw literally dropped. £6,000 a month from my laptop working remotely. That was double what I was currently making. And I knew unequivocally that I had to get the job. So I totally winged the interview, probably sounded way more confident and knowledgeable than I truly felt. And, blagged my way through all of the technical questions. But somehow, miraculously, he hired me. And it felt like fate. 3 days later, fueled by just adrenaline and an unwavering belief in this new path, I booked a one-way flight to Thailand. And this was my spontaneous shot at finally living the digital nomad life that I've dreamt of for so long. I traveled all over Asia, from Bangkok to the mountains of Vang Vieng, the temples of Cambodia to the jungles of Borneo. My laptop was my office and my income just kept climbing from there. From 3,000, it steadily went to 4,000, then 5,000 as I refined my sales skills and became more efficient. And then in August 2022, I had my first £10,000 month. I remember the exact moment I found out while sitting in this rooftop bar in Hanoi in Vietnam. And I honestly couldn't believe that this was my life. The freedom to travel wherever I wanted, the undeniable financial independence, the ability to work from anywhere in the world. It was literally everything I'd ever wanted and so much more. And it really felt like a lifelong dream finally coming true and just truly a surreal moment. Quick pause here. If you're anything like me and you dream of a career that offers unlimited earning potential, flexibility, and the ability to work from anywhere in the world, I've condensed years of my expertise and countless hours of learning into a comprehensive program within my Skool community. It has everything from how to get your mindset in the right place to how to find the highest value roles in the industry, and even elite level sales training to make sure you actually perform once you're in the role. Right now, I'm offering a 7-day free trial. I'm so confident in the value I'm offering you. You get a full 7 days to explore absolutely everything inside, completely free. No strings attached, so click the link in the description to join the Skool community, and I'll see you in there. After hitting that amazing £10,000 month, I felt invincible. I got ambitious, perhaps a little bit overconfident, and I decided to leave that successful offer, even though it was incredibly consistent. I wanted to spread my wings further, try new things, and explore other opportunities within the high ticket sales space. I was convinced that even bigger success awaited me elsewhere, and this decision, though born of ambition, started a period where I jumped from offer to offer, chasing the next big win. I worked with a coaching program, then a mastermind, then another online course. And each time I went in with the same intense optimism, only to find that the sales cycle wasn't consistent, the product wasn't as aligned with my values, or the support system just wasn't as robust. And it was definitely a humbling period and a stark reminder that even with proven skills, success isn't guaranteed with every venture. My income became very inconsistent, dipping and then soaring, and it was definitely a far cry from the steady upwards trajectory that I'd experienced before. I learned a valuable lesson that finding the right offer and the right team is just as, if not more, crucial than having strong sales skills in this space. After that experience, I really doubled down on what I'd learned. I focused on building relationships with successful closers, recruiters, and business owners in the space. And within a couple of weeks, I was referred to an offer selling hypnotherapy training. I was there for about a year and was consistently making great money again. And this period reinforced the importance of connection and trust in the industry. However, I made the mistake of stopping networking and taking my finger off the pulse of the industry while I was working there. So after a year, when I was looking for another role, I basically had to start from scratch again. Because of that, the next offer I took was just from a job post in a Facebook group. And it was a travel offer, which was really interesting to me for obvious reasons. But there was definitely some red flags from the start. To cut a long story short, I was there for about 3 months until the business owner emailed me and told me that he couldn't afford to pay me and then blocked me on everything. So after a lot of ChatGPT written emails back and forth, I managed to get a small payout in the end, but that company still owes me thousands of dollars to this day. And that is again why you need to make sure that you thoroughly vet the companies that you work for. Since then, my network has grown and grown. I consistently get inbound opportunities coming to me. I know if I ever need an offer, I could pretty much guarantee to be in one within a couple of days. My network has truly become my safety net and my greatest asset, proving that authentic connections are literally the most valuable currency in this remote high-ticket sales world. This consistent stream of opportunities has led me to my current role, which has been incredibly rewarding. It's allowed me to maintain a truly flexible lifestyle while consistently exceeding my income goals. My work now feels less like a grind and more like a collaboration, and the financial stability I've achieved has opened up even more opportunities for personal growth and travel and exploration. And my journey has truly come full circle, from the desperate attempts of the early days to finally achieving financial freedom and location independence that I always dreamed of. It definitely hasn't been a straight path, and I've learned some incredibly tough lessons along the way, especially about vetting opportunities and continuously nurturing my network. But every setback has been a stepping stone, and every success has been a testament to the power of persistence and a willingness to adapt. Here's the main things that I've learned so that you don't have to. Persistence is non-negotiable. My story is proof that you will face challenges. The key is to learn from them and keep moving forward. Network is your net worth. Building genuine relationships with others in the industry is paramount. It's not just about getting referrals, but it's also about having a support system and just staying informed. Vet your opportunities thoroughly. Do not let excitement blind you to the red flags like it did for me. Do your due diligence on companies and business owners before committing. Skills pay the bills, but values sustain the journey. You want to make sure you find offers that resonate with you and sell something that you believe in, and it just makes the process infinitely more enjoyable and sustainable. Embrace the digital nomad lifestyle responsibly. The freedom is incredible, but remember to maintain consistency in your work and your connections at all times. So if there's one thing I hope you take from my story, it's this. Success in remote high ticket sales or anything online isn't about getting lucky, it's about staying in the game long enough to figure it out. I wasn't an overnight success. I was the girl with the broken treadmills in her parents' garage, the failed side hustles, the lost money, and the rejection emails. But I kept going, I kept learning, and I kept showing up. And now I get to live a life that once felt like a distant dream. And I want that for you too. Not because it's easy, because it definitely isn't, but because it's possible. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling overwhelmed or unsure where to start, just know that you don't have to figure it out alone. And that is exactly why I created my Skool community. So you can shortcut all of my years of trial and error and get the support, the training, and the clarity that you need to thrive. Make sure you make use of the free trial and click the link in the description to join right now. Thanks again for listening to my story. If it inspired you, make sure that you subscribe and drop a comment and let me know where you're at in your journey. I would genuinely love to hear from you and support you in any way that I can. And don't forget to subscribe for some more real, no BS insights on building a freedom-based lifestyle through remote sales. I'll see you in the next one.